This is not really a story about one family member getting more than the other. Both were blessed. This is more a story about how our God operates. That there's people in this room right now today and you're going, I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. I was born in the wrong family. I've made too many mistakes. I'm not qualified. But I want to remind you that our God, he says, I am the one who qualifies. I am the one who makes things all right. Maybe you're here today and you're saying, but Rich, you don't know me and you don't know my story and I don't measure up and I am not enough. There's people that walked in here today and you have convinced yourself that where you are is all you will ever get to. And that might be true in your own strength, but I came to remind some people about the God who's getting ready to cross his arms. I came to remind some people who said, I've come to pick the least deserving. Some of us in this room today, all we need to do is take a long inventory. All we need to do is look back at how far God has brought us, and we will be reminded over and over again that our story is a story of God crossing his arms. Your marriage never should have made it. How did you get in this faith community? Your business shouldn't have made it through a pandemic. Somebody might ask you how. Your response should be, it's simple. God crossed his arms and his blessing fell upon my life. He exceeded my expectations. I start going back through my own life. And many times I think to myself, how did I get here? It's because God crossed his arms. How did our church, which started in an apartment, how on earth did we get here? God crossed his arms. How did we buy not just one, but 2 buildings in a pandemic? I'll tell you how. God crossed his arms. How are we finding ourselves in a season where God's Spirit is being poured out, that we're launching today a 5th service? It is not by might, it is not by power, but it is by his Spirit. God crossed his arms. How did we wait 8 years to have a baby and come this Friday after 8 years of waiting? We're not gonna have 1 child, 2 children. We're gonna have a 3rd child. I'll tell you how. It's because God crossed his arms. And if he did it for me, he can do it for you. It's who he is. It's how he operates. It's how he works. It's gonna be all right. God's gonna cross his arms. He's gonna cross his arms. I'm reminded of Psalm 136, with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm. His love endures forever. I can hear Isaiah as he prophesies, surely the arm of the Lord is not too short to save, nor his ear too dull to hear. I don't know what you're carrying today. I don't know what's got you worried. I don't know what has you afraid. I don't know what's plaguing your mind today. But I just want to remind you that God shows up in unexpected moments. He picks the least likely. He takes those from the back and he brings them to the front because he's the God who crosses his arms.